Hola, ¿cómo está? Hello. Okay, so The Artist's Way, book by Julia Cameron, which is kind of like sort of a journey of many things, but a journey which includes sort of growing spiritually through creativity, and also through developing, how can I say, more of a keenness to pursue a relationship with your creator, and to also with that also discover or at least connect with your inner child, and that's part of you that's pure, who you're created to be. And yeah, with all of that, sort of also trying to get into the flow, also healing. So much, there's just so much, but yeah, praise God. This is also beneficial throughout this whole thing. God has definitely been present, which is awesome, and seriously, this has all helped a lot in so many ways. I can't even say. Yeah, but it's awesome to again and again derive at, and I really don't care how much I repeat it. It doesn't really faze me much, because I'll say it again and again, and I love it when I don't just say it for nothing, that God is good. It's like I will arrive at that in all, like, I can't dispute that. It's like it's true, like reality, and when that is like something that I arrive at, it's not like I need to think about it, or it's like, oh, it's like revealed to me, or I'm like, oh, I click, I don't know, or it's just something happens and I just feel that I want to express that. I mean, who am I to try and explain everything? But it's just really cool to know that at the depths of my core, even alone, no technology, none, in the Stone Age, like, even then, like, I'd still say it, I'd want to express that. And yeah, I suppose in this current situation, I will of course share whenever I feel, and whenever I notice, and whenever I see, and I don't even do it all the time, like for others, sharing it and things like that. But yeah, I mean, I love to share it. I mean, God is good. He's always good. And that's seriously something to be grateful for when it arises in you, and it just feels so real and natural. And anyway, you see, I can't help but it is like these last pieces of this book keep inspiring me. Oh my goodness, you have no idea how many hours I've actually spent in dialogue, or just in, like, what is that called, ping pong with other parts of, like, my imagination. And then it's like, yeah, I mean, it's not just any kind of ping pong. I mean, the tables are like an optical illusion, plus dimensions, whatever. It's really in that cosmos creative sense. I love it. But yes, let me just bring myself here and stay here just so that I don't go on and on and on, because yeah, another part of me is sort of saying, like, Dolly, just be mindful of frustration levels. And I understand that, because I don't want to add to that, and also I don't want to be in a place later on today where I have to deal with this, like, huge ball of frustration. So I'd rather not sort of do things that might contribute to that. got enough to have to deal with later, or whenever the time comes, which is fine. I'm not complaining about it. That's part of the daily grind, you know. That's part of healing and all the things I'm trying to embrace. Just in order to just get to a place where I can live again, like to the fullest, or blah blah blah. I don't know what to say now. Okay, let me just. Anyway, I'm so silly sometimes. Hectic. Okay, sorry. Also, wow. It is true that insights may come to us as flashes. It is true that some of these flashes may be blinding. I actually want to talk about that at some stage, but not now. Okay. It is, however, also true that such bright ideas are preceded by a gestation period that is interior, murky, and completely necessary. We speak often about ideas as brain children. What we don't realize is that brain children, like all babies, should not be dragged from the creative womb prematurely. Ideas like stalactites and stalagmites form in the dark inner cave of consciousness. They form in drips and drops, not by squared off building blocks. We must learn to wait for an idea to hatch, or to use a gardening image, we must learn to not pull our ideas up by the roots to see if they are growing. Mulling on the page is an artless art form. It is fooling around. It is doodling. It is the way that ideas slowly take shape and form until they are ready to help us see the light. All too often we try to push, pull, outline, and control our ideas instead of letting them grow organically. The creative process is a process of surrender, not control. A quote by Albert Einstein: "The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious." Another quote by Theodore Rothko: "What shakes the eye but the invisible?" Mystery is at the heart of creativity. That and surprise. All too often when we say we want to be creative, we mean that we want to be able to be productive. Now, to be creative is to be productive, but by cooperating with the creative process, not forcing it. As creative channels, we need to trust the darkness. We need to learn to gently mull instead of churning away like a little engine on a straight ahead path. This mulling on the page can be very threatening. Quote, "I'll never get any real ideas that way." We fret. I don't know if I feel like, who's we? I don't, I've never encountered that kind of thought. Yeah, I mean, not everyone is a part of we. Yeah. And yeah, why I also don't know why I feel the need to say that now. And I suppose that's for me to find out at some other stage. But yeah, in terms of having something that is like of doubt or of a never, like, oh, never, I'll never say never, or at least like never say never as the deciding mark or justification or whatever you're using it for in order to just step away from what you kind of got to do. That went well. Okay. But anyway, I mean, don't feed into the doubt. Like, if you have a doubt, okay. Growing, like, just great, like, doubt's not going to help you in any kind of way. And we all get these, like, some negative thoughts and that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's quite strong. So I'll never get any real ideas that way. Real is written in italics, so I don't know. This whole quote, sentence, whatever, that she's saying we fret about. I suppose I can say I don't fully understand that, but at the same time it is interesting to me, and much like this chapter, it seems to be a pretty good mystery in itself. But yes, in terms of something being threatening, doodling, mulling on a page, letting things out, embracing healing, or stepping into that creativity, I don't know, allowing ourselves to be loved, or there's a lot of those things, but also, I think a lot of this you can, or what I'm talking about now, is at least it comes back to again and again, like process, and then also surrender, and yeah, it just all sort of ties in, at least for me. Like, those are the things that pop up, and it comes back to surrender again, and yeah, and also like openness. And the great thing though about all of this is that we are human, and that means we can change and grow, and we can decide if we want to do that or not, and we can decide if we want to tap into the creative energy that is available to us, if we want to engage with life and the fullness of what it is, and if we want to step out using the faith that we each have, it's inside of us, and applying that and letting it activate, and then also letting go of whatever control you've been maintaining for so long, and rather giving that over, and sort of, and with your cares and anxieties, all of that, to God, who is more than capable of handling that. And even with that, his hands are not full. He can deal with it. We don't, his thoughts are above our thoughts, and he's got the best stuff, if I can say it. He's got plan, he's a great source for flipping everything that you need, that you don't even know that you need. He is the ultimate place, the creator of the universe. You think about that, and you think about, you can travel to the cosmos and back in just a moment, using your imagination and tapping into that creativity, using faith in certain things. It's amazing. If you just seek the light, the truth, the goodness that is greater than you, it's amazing how your self just dissolves. And I can't explain it all, but there's a type of freedom that comes, and I don't know how to really explain that, but it's, yeah, and that happens also, let me just say this, it happens through transformation, not conformation. There's a huge difference between those two things. And in fact, we can experience both in life. And most of us do, but the thing is that in order to go through transformation, we've got to sort of acknowledge, or at least be aware of, certain things in this life or this world, and to also, just become a little bit more awakened to I guess that's a cue. Somebody's mowing their lawn. I can hear it, so it's irritating me, but I guess, anyway, if we can at least, and the way that it's done, what can I say, God is busy working things for the good. And if we're still here and we don't know, and whatever, there's still a purpose you know, that you can be a part of. And yeah, I mean, there are reasons for existing, and not only existing, but there are reasons for living and for reaching others. And there's just so much that remains, and that is just always there. There's more than enough for us all to share and to give generously, and just be a part of helping the atmosphere to become one of grace, an atmosphere of grace through generosity and kindness. And this stuff that I'm saying is not silly. I mean, it seriously is. I mean, I can't say it enough. This is the kind of stuff that it's like, I know I'm not doing it justice, and I'm not like specifically like point by point. I haven't got something prepared to give you right now, but I'm just saying, like, it's truly amazing what you can experience and discover in this life. And like, you can start in total darkness, and I know that. I mean, it doesn't, you know, wherever you are, like, that's sort of irrelevant. Like, wherever you are, that's the place where you can begin, because that's, you know, from that place, when you know, take that bit of faith and you apply it, and that activation then allows something to move, which can then help you to step to see, you know, where to sort of go, that direction, so that you have a movement that is out of that darkness, and slowly but surely sort of more into the light. I mean, there's loads of ways of sort of speaking about this kind of thing, and loads, because there's just so many, not even examples, that's just a part of reality. And yeah, I mean, a garden, okay, interesting slip, but okay, wow, okay, that's interesting. Our God is an awesome God. And in terms of our garden, okay, I mean, that makes sense to me. Yeah, now I'm feeling like, oh man, I want to just go into that, because that is becoming like more, you know, there's a specific language there. Not specific, but I don't know. But anyway, I like that actually, because it's like this concept we can all there's room for everyone to join. Nobody's like, you know, gonna push you out if you want to come and join and help and then be a part of this our garden concept. Our meaning you can join in, and you're welcome to also grow and explore and live and unite and connect and that kind of thing. Truly, I mean, that is something we should all encourage each other to do, and you're welcome to do that. And if you need, and you know, I mean, go for it. Why not? Why not? Don't even it's not about why not, sorry. You know, that's not something to answer. Like, if not now, then when? And that's another thing you don't have to answer. Like, here you are. Here I am. Now what? If you don't know, find a place where you can be still, and where you can breathe and just allow some space, and allow whatever it needs, whatever needs to come through to your soul, or even through to your spirit man, or your inner being, or to the place which needs a bit of charge. Sorry, I'm getting a call from Teo, which makes me feel, oh no, I'm going to call you back now. I'm going to finish now. I don't mind that that's included in this video. Teo is an awesome person. Seriously. Oh my goodness. He's God sent. Like, for me especially. I mean, I can't even... What a beautiful person. Yeah. Now again, I'm having a God is good moment. Like, and there's like something special. God knows how to treat you special, to help make you feel special. And God knows how to create special things, special moments, special in the way that it can be shared and cherished, and also not easily doubted. It's like a gift with a blessing, you know. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but with people or things or sites or whatever the case may be, when all of that shows up in life, and I notice it or get to witness it, or like somehow get to see and observe and express gratitude, and just relish in those moments of pureness, beauty, goodness, truth. I mean, that can light a fire inside of you that you don't need to even struggle to sort of make yourself. There's something about that. And then, yeah, when that fire, like that fire is lit inside you, I mean, that's really a great time to then, you know, to apply some TLC, tender loving care, or to go to that and try and maintain it, keep it alive. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful when deep inside of you becomes alive. It's like, wow. And then you have this connection to that which is greater, that which is more, that which is what lies in God. It's like, wow, you know. And there's so much more than that. Honestly, I don't have words, but I mean, a scripture does come up and I can't remember it exactly, but there are lots of different kinds of scriptures which sort of talk about relationship and much more. I mean, they're just forever giving. Like, it's awesome. But you know, for example, to abide in God and He abiding in you. I mean, that's one of them. And then to draw near to God and He will draw near to you. To dwell in, and it's just, there are many things like that. And yeah, in fact, later on I want to go back to those and sort of, I feel like I've got an idea for sort of a cross study, something like that. I don't know. It's nice for me. I like to learn. I really do like to learn, and I love learning new things. And so, and And also I love it when that sort of comes to me, and that's not that's not so easy, but there's two words, which is be patient, which you can always have forever as timeless advice. It really does help in many ways. I'm not going to unfold that, but I hear it again and again from different people, and I don't ever disagree with that. And yeah, it's really been great. And then, you know, to practice patience, there's almost no scenario which doesn't offer an opportunity for you to practice that. And yeah, at the end of the day, that can really help you to have a pause, to not be so reactive and like shallow in terms of like just being fleshly. I mean, and it helps you to pause and sort of rather respond. And there, I mean, you've got a little bit more more I don't expect you to understand what I mean there, because it's an odd way to say that word, but there's more I don't know, there's more reservation, if I can use that. Or there's just, I suppose you're allowing a little, and to be patient. You can think of that can help you in that moment. Just a little bit of space so that you can just let the flesh parts and the reactionary part calm a little bit. Just a little. I mean, come on, just try it just to not react and rather respond. And for me, you can become prepared as to how to respond. There is a place for learning. You can learn different strategies of how to respond. It can just, there's so many things. It makes me think of life-saving. It makes me think of even when the devil tempts you. I mean, you can be prepared on how to respond to that. You can equip yourself with the words. You can have, I mean, there are many ways. So that instead of reacting, which is basically pretty much unpredictable, and I mean, at some point that takes a toll, you know, and when you shift into responding and you learn, there's, life is full of, I mean, that's a part of life we learn, and you learn in order to grow and develop and things like that. So to exclude that is honestly, that's not smart. It's not helpful in any kind of way. I mean, and that is essential. And yeah, I mean, if you want help but you don't know, I mean, there's a point where it's like, enough is enough. If you're gonna just cross your legs and your arms and sit down and expect things to just happen for you, you gotta move. You gotta just, And I mean, in terms of flexibility or like openness or change of any kind to happen, it's like, you kind of got to put those reactive things like to rest. I mean, that's not the kind of stuff that you can even maintain over a long time, and it's like short fuses, like. And really, I mean, nobody wants you to burn yourself out or like just keep doing that. I mean, to learn to respond, and then how to respond, and to learn, and you can learn more about yourself, and you can learn sort of the right way. And by right, I mean, I don't mean anything that has been made up in this recent time. I mean right as in what is true and good in the depths of your soul, with your inner compass and direction, that kind of stuff. I mean, what it is that your instinct is in sync with the gravity of you being here on earth, that kind of thing. And you can walk and things are like normal in their direction. Everything is sort of happening and flowing, and you are walking more and more into life and consciousness and further on. And it's not all about you. It's not about you, all right. I mean, niemand. It's about getting into that righteousness. It's about this is where I really can't. I'm not. I don't have that kind of talent, but I do love it when that is taught, when that's part of a message. You know, when there's a good teacher or pastor or whoever who's studied or gotten more knowledge or more revelation on that kind of thing. It's really, really awesome. And I always love I mean, how awesome, what a cool gift it is that you can learn from other people. I mean, yeah. And from I mean, you can learn from everybody, but like, yeah, for me, oh my goodness, when I encounter older people, like I'm talking about many decades. The oldest person I've ever met, and I'm talking in person, physical, like that's what I'm talking, was I think 92 or 91, either or. I remember in my mind thinking like, I finally met a 90-year-old. Anyway, but with that person, yeah, I mean, I guess I try to make the best of the moment, and I love to at least ask one question, and sometimes I push my luck a little bit, but I mean, that's quality. That is quality. I mean, I think we should. There's so much wisdom there. I mean, I don't know. For me, it's like when I get to meet someone that's been here on this planet for so long. There's nothing I can do. That person's got so much, like, and I mean, how often do you get to spend time with someone who has so much life experience, who has been alive to see through? I mean, it's incredible. That is a gift in itself. So, I mean, if you got grandparents, so I don't, but I still love old people. So, I mean, I love to talk to them. I like to spend time with them. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's good to remain humane. And if there are humans, and especially people that are your elders, it's like, what are you doing if you're gonna not be humane, if you're gonna treat them like, I don't know, I mean, I don't understand that. And if you're in a bad mood or whatever, it's maybe because there's some kind of response or way that is not so not so good, when you're not treating someone okay. And I mean, borderline cruelty and anything to do with that, you're gonna deal with those things, because you know what, who's gonna end up bitter. I'm not saying anything, but yeah, those are the things we need to deal with. And also some really often, more often than not, and that's a great example. It's a great opportunity again to put yourself aside. Seriously. And what a great opportunity to serve and to be an outstanding person, than to show respect and assist and just like seriously realize the quality and just the rarity and the blessing that it is to have elders in your life that you can actually go to. I mean, if you even have, like, if you've got a relative that you can freely go to at any time, do you know how blessed you are? I mean, and I understand sometimes it can be difficult, but you know what? It's worth it. Just like a baby needs love, so does everybody. And it's not cool to let stuff get in the way that we're just full of. And I mean, it's like, no. So again, back to, I know I'm meandering so badly, it's hectic. I'm trying to use some restraint, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with loving old people, and there's nothing wrong with changing your mind as to how you treat people, and how you respond to people, or react even, or you can upgrade reactivity to maybe like a more respond, like, you know what, it's okay if you don't understand what I mean, but just know that, like, you don't have to fully commit to not being a nice person sometimes, you know. You can, and maybe, you know, it's pride that's in the way, but whatever, it feels better. You deal with that pride if you go to God and say, please, can you help me to deal with this, because those things can really be like roadblocks you mentioned before in the book, you know. And it's like, it keeps you from moving forward. It also keeps you from really truly connecting and making things right, and just making sure that not only your loved ones, but anyone that encounters you can see you for who you are. That is a person who is a human, and who can be humane, and that has love, and that does care, and that can communicate that in a way that you don't have to doubt. You can see it reflected in that other person's eyes. And the thing is, there's a key to that, as which is like responsibility, relationship, reality, right? There's just a lot of things, but yeah, I don't know. It's nice to be able to care and help another person. And yeah, I just feel that there's a lot of people that maybe are getting ignored, I don't know, or neglected. And old people even, I mean, they're closer to, it's like, now is the, if not now then when is irrelevant. Now is the time is now. I don't know what is going on in me. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, I just want to care, you know. I want to show people I care, I want to help people, but yeah, for some reason, as I'm saying that, and I'm kind of glad about it, because I guess, you know, something happened, or in a way that a red flag is popping up and say, but that doesn't mean you can stop, you know, maintaining care and for yourself, you know, because that's also important. Ampakla, here we go. And here's the baking bread thing. Hatching an idea is a lot like baking bread. An idea needs to rise. If you poke at it too much at the beginning, if you keep checking on it, it will never rise. A loaf of bread or a cake baking must stay for a good long time in the darkness and safety of the oven. Hope and open. That's a cool combination. Anyway, what it actually says, yeah. Open that oven too soon and the bread collapses, or the cake gets a hole in its middle because all the steam has rushed out of it. Yeah. Creativity requires a respectful reticence. The truth is that this is how to raise the best ideas. Let them grow in dark and mystery. Let them form on the roof of our consciousness. Let them hit the page in droplets. Let it flow, like just, consider it rain coming out of your eyes. Consider just let it flow. And yeah, I think even it's cool. God even sometimes can help you out with that. You can be surprised, like, oh, there's tears falling out of my eyes. And sometimes there's nothing you can do to control it or anything. You've just got to let it happen. And yeah, when you also invite God into that situation, then you can feel a lot safer in doing so. And what's beautiful about that is that he just knows what you need in those moments. He just knows what you need. And it's really seriously okay. And I think the people that love you, or whoever it is, even me, I don't know you, but it's like, I would encourage that, Let yourself be loved. Let love grow. Let God love you. Let Him in. You don't have to be intimidated with this whole idea of like love yourself. It's more about allowing it. And then you can maybe learn how to do the rest. But yeah. Let them form on the roof of our consciousness. Isn't that such an interesting phrase? I mean, take that, maybe decide, okay, put it in a drawing, or it doesn't have to be necessarily a drawing. It can be a drawing, diagram, whatever it is. That's a very nice phrase, because it's like mixed, You can think of a roof, and then even just roof. If you just go and research, there's a whole treasure trove of information that you can learn about, of like roofs, who first came up with the concept of a roof, or like what are the different roofs that you can have, or how to. No, it's interesting. Of our consciousness, which is interesting because it's like, yeah, let them form on the roof of our consciousness. And I mean, there are even places where people they're innovative. They tap into their imagination. I mean, it's like where there's a will, there's a way. And so they have plants and things on top of their roof, and the garden grows from there. I don't know too much about it. I'd love to see one. It's awesome, so it's no excuses. And yeah, in that way, it's like, oh, then it makes sense that it can grow or be a part of the expansiveness of consciousness, which is again like just makes you think of explore, imagination, cosmos. How far can you go? You don't even know, but you can travel, and you can have really awesome experiences that can give you a sparkle in your eye instead of a splinter or a log. And my goodness me, it's amazing to see something else. Because sometimes that is saving grace. That is the saving grace, because we all need hope. Man, let them hit the page in droplets, trusting the slow and seemingly random drip. We will be startled one day by the flash of, oh, that's it. Okay, she ends that section like that. Awesome. Coming up next, from The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. As a part of sorry, I can't do that. Next thing is going to be the imagination at play, which is, I mean, that's just cool. I think that's very cool. Just that by itself. 4 words, beautifully arranged. I mean, even that is like, oh, thank you. Run with it. Awesome. Have a really awesome day. Embrace your awesomeness. And just I don't know. Don't forget to look up. And also, I suppose, yeah, don't let doubt be the leader of your life. And don't be afraid to reach out for help. And don't write yourself off thinking that you are not worthy of good, of love, of life, of no. And if you are believing in that lie that is keeping you in that place, then you need to know that that's not true, and that the truth is something that you can actually get to know still, and that much of everything you haven't yet learned or haven't yet experienced. And so, yeah, from whatever place that you can be, God can meet you there. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, not, I mean, and I know that can sound a little bit like a big concept, and I am aware that I understand perhaps more of what I mean there, and maybe I am not aware of how it could maybe come across as, I'm not sure, but you know, I'm not trying to be like, I think, yeah, this is the great weird area where it's like really hard to tell, but yeah, I guess, yeah, wherever I don't have words or I can't finish the rest of what I'm trying to say, I'm just going to trust that whatever the rest is, you know, look, I don't know, but I mean, I do think that whatever I don't know goes into the places where the only one who does truly know the things that I don't know, that I can't even access or even make up in my mind, but that is greater than me. And as much as my heart wants to do that, and just sort of, that's not my role. And so I can sort of just say that I pray that that God flows through, and you know, whatever it is that I was a part of before, like, I pray that that's not, that the impression left is not of me, that whatever the rest is, God's got that, and you know, and yeah, and he knows what to say, he knows, and I guess, yeah, now I'm getting to a place where I kind of want to close my eyes. So yeah, I'm going to close off by saying, be at peace, not in pieces. That's actually a tattoo that's on my spine, but for me, that's sort of, for over a decade, I mean, if I think it's been a constant mystery, or an endless well, or I don't know, it's something that it's like, oh wow, there's new meanings or different sort of ways of interpreting that. There's just, yeah, this endless space to explore, and yeah, anyway, and shalom, shalom, that is perfect peace, and I pray that is what you experience today. And yeah, God bless you, and never give up. There's always hope. And yeah, there's joy. There is joy on the horizon. And so, yeah. You're loved. You're loved. Reach out at any time. even if you want to reach out to me, or reach out to someone you trust, reach out to someone that you deem as trustworthy, or even there are many sort of resources that you can also reach out to, and yeah, you deserve that. Cool. Bye.